Thank you so much for joining us again in this very ballroom. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to welcome you at the conference at the 4th ASEAN Architect Congress Embracing the Future, Mobility and Collaboration. Can I have your warmest and merriest applause? Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I am Cica Syakur. Thank you so much for trusting us in Makassar to be your host for the 4th ASEAN Architect Congress. And this afternoon, we will be starting the conference for the 4th ASEAN Architect Congress. And to open the conference, we would like to invite you to listen to the opening remarks by the Chairman of ASEAN Architect Council, to Mr. Architect Larry Ang Laihok, AA. Please join us on the stage.
Yes, still morning. So good morning, everyone. First of all, I'd like to thank the president of IAI and many of my Indonesian friends like Ketut Rana and also the chairman of Board of Architects, Pak Oda, for inviting me to these important occasions. Now, this is the 4th ASEAN Architects Congress. The very first one was held in 2009 in Malaysia, and after that, Philippines did another 2 ASEAN Architects Congress, so that's 3, and now in Indonesia, which was supposed to be hosted 2 years ago in 2020, but due to the COVID, it was postponed. So we are hoping, perhaps, Vietnam is not here, unfortunately, to get Vietnam to host the next one. And Singapore, we can host in 2026 or 27, because the Board of Architects will reach 100 years old in 2026, all right? Yeah, thank you. Now, what I'm going to share, because the program initially has stated that the speakers should share about practice in their own country. I will share the practice in Singapore and how Singapore also produced the first RFA architect, and he's none other than Alvin Felipe. He's the very first registered foreign architect in Singapore, and we welcome him, and he's completed 2 projects in Singapore, and he's now on the project, the 3rd project. So we hope to have more ASEAN RFA, right? I understand that no person shall use verbally or otherwise the word architect or any of the derivative in connection with his business destination or any other words, name or destination that will lead to the belief that the person is an architect unless the person is a registered architect to the Board of Architects. So that's a privilege. In Singapore, if you're not registered with the Board of Architects, you cannot call yourself or address yourself as an architect. So IMS can promote AA, RFA registration as we promote cross-border. So compared to 2006, we are very happy that all AMS have already set up their respective Board of Architects, except for Vietnam, which is in progress. MRA has helped all AMS to register AAs, and more outreach programs provide more opportunities for interactions. So all AMS would need to continue to promote mobility, and also the AAs within us foster better relationship. Just like today, I think we have good relationship like a train. Thank you so much. But the next 3 presentations will be by distinguished architects, Alvin Felipe. All right, we have, of course, from Philippines. We also have Popo Danes, your very own famous architects from Bali, and of course from Malaysia, we have architects Mustafa.
And the last speaker, please welcome Mr. Architect Alvin Felipe from Philippines.
Hi. First off, I want to thank the 2 speakers that spoke before me. It's really an honor to go last. So again, hi everyone. I am Alvin Mark Felipe. I'm a Filipino ASEAN architect and the first ASEAN Registered Foreign Architect. I've been working in Singapore for more than 15 years, working mainly on architectural design and architectural interiors. Today, I'll be presenting some of my significant works. That's why, since I started working, I have designed over the design concepts and completed more than 100 actual realized projects. My works have been featured with affluent publications, have garnered a number of awards.
Every project is unique in the sense that innovation is constant.
I would like to share my philosophy. My form of design is one that adapts.
With the characteristics of the site and the personality of the client. I pride myself for not having a singular style, as this enables me to create designs that are individually tailored to each client's project. From luxury homes, hotels, yachts, showrooms, restaurants, and commercial spaces, I was very fortunate to handle high-profile clienteles that includes established developers and many other homeowners in Singapore and in several countries.
Here is a project in Peel Road, Singapore. The owner of the house is an entrepreneur, and he's also a developer who initially had plans of selling his home. But we are glad that we are able to convince him not to through our designs.
Next is a project of ours in Bangkok. It is a 2-level penthouse located at Sukhumvit.
Used as a vacation house by the clients. Because of their lavish lifestyle, we made sure all facilities are there. And on the first floor, there is a grand living hall, a dining area, wet and dry kitchens, 5 bedrooms with bathrooms, and maids. I had fun designing this project as the owners gave me a free hand to design the best for them with no limitations. Here's the conceptual sketch I did, and the grand living hall after its completion.
Next is a property located in Broadview Villa in Hong Kong. The clients are well-traveled and stays mostly in Europe. The lady of the house is a woman of elegance and sophistication who loves classical design.
And the inspiration is the cityscape, the beautiful cityscape of Hong Kong. I filled the apartment with sumptuous finishes and ornate touches for a decadent look. Here's a photo of me with a master artist from Taiwan who actually drew all the murals by hand. The idea was to restore the former grandeur of the old residence without losing its character. Here how it looks like while we are constructing the house. And these are my conceptual sketches for the interiors and the initial sketch I did for the architecture. So every project I do starts with me sketching, and it is important for me to make people feel good in a space and have them feel comfortable with the way it looks at the same time. Like this project of mine in Cambodia, the River House is conceived with minimalism in mind. This house is overlooking the beautiful view of Mekong River. And the next one is a special project of mine. This beautifully realized development in Neem Crescent is the reason why it became the first RFA. It comprises of 2 homes, number 11 and number 15.
Elegance, proportion, and uniqueness. This was the approach for these homes, which were transformed into bespoke creations unlike no other.
Permit, and the owners just recently moved in. So from minimalistic modern house in Singapore to a traditional classical apartment in Hong Kong and to a contemporary clubhouse in Indonesia.
My range of design styles is virtually unlimited. Great design is all about the details, with the innovative material selection, sensible construction techniques, and modern aesthetics.
One can craft a unique design language that sets a new standard. So thank you.
Thank you for Mr. Architect Alvin Felipe. And thank you for our three speakers at the